My limit's the sky. I do the impossible.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action, Pickett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
He's got him in, complete, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 54 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll drop to throw. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see Week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
from the gun on third down. Pickett. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They will throw on first down with Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Bulldozes past him. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. That's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To the air again, Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Go, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow on play action. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the way back down to 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the left.
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action with Burrow. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. He was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here we go, here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking at mid-season form here in the opener. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Harris running straight ahead. Ooh, with a juke. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Pickett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Next to score, Steelers 28, Bengals 17. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Gun. 12. 11.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 1, right?
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
11, mighty.
Play action, it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
11.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So with 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Go defense, 1 stop.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
11.
From the 29, Burrow. Dorsett's got him. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 140 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Harris. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other.
And Alberto going to be intercepted yet again. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He's got this to Pickens. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. They hand this off to Harris. Jeffrey Gunter able to bring him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 27, Pickett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. 3rd and long for Pickett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and
11 empty.
46-yard line.
12. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 empty. Take. 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 157 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Pickens on the slant, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. Chris Claybrooks. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Pickett now from the gun here.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 45 yards.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 19-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Finding room at midfield, and he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
11.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Oh, he fakes the spike. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score.
Jamar Chase
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. On 3rd down, Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing, Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
I'm one, right?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11 mighty.
Down Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
11 empty. Hey. 11 empty. Stop.
To throw, Burrow. Out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here we go. 11.
Here's Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we live. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did.